of all New York, criminals of all New York, romantics of all New York, just kiss her already of all New York, lesbians of all New York. I figure New York is a melting pot. Like Jews of all New York. Obviously, there are Jews here. Many kinds of Jews, like at least three levels of Jews. But I want to show you this. Salvation with Jesus Christ is just there. But all these pigeons are just pecking, and this bird is like, where is Jesus? Peck, peck. Oh, I know, he's in the small things. He's literally right there as a huge donkey for you guys. You're pretending to be starving pigeons. You're pecking at something and then you flick it all around. Oh, I know, I'll peck at little microscopic things. Even the finch, who's supposed to be smarter than all the other birds, is like can't make the logical jump between that white thing, which is salvation from hunger. Winter is coming. Get fat. Ugh. I know now why women say ugh. It's just I was probably born a woman and the testosterone really kicked in. And it's like now it's wearing off. So it's like, oh my God. I went to Montauk and then it's so pretty, all of it. And then I fed the birds there and they're smart. But these birds in New York City, they're so dumb. I'm not welcome here. Oh God. There was a tough as nails like lighthouse lady too. Hey bird. Maybe you need a girl to tell you, right? One of these girls would tell you, that's a fucking donut, and you eat it. It sounds sexual, it's not, I swear to God. It's like I saw this Instagram of a mother, and then she made a really delicious, her own, very own homemade recipe of spaghetti or something, or lasagna or mac and cheese. But her daughter didn't want to eat it. And she got all mad and is like, listen, all you got to do is put it in your mouth and pretend you like it. And the husband just started laughing. It's like, yeah, now you get it. But that's homosexual, you know? Because you kiss your wife. So, you know, like it's basically your wife is kissing all the girls you've ever been with. So in a way, that's like female homosexual. Once you get into fellatio and all that, and cunnilingus. And then there's just like basic sisterhood. That's a big sister carrying her little sister with a hug. What can you say about that? There's nothing wrong with that at all. Like that's why I don't have daughters or sons, because I'm sick and tired of all those. Even with birds, you know? The sheer paranoia and schizophrenia and mental illness in a world where there's trans, which are basically just, I mean, you know, I'll catch some shit with this, but it's basically gays who are mentally ill and then they're just running around, I'm pregnant. No, you have nut cancer or something. Same chemicals, basically. Why would you celebrate nut cancer? I don't know. Maybe I'm due for like a terminal brain cancer. But to me, that initialism is TBC, which is the Burning Crusade. And I played that game. I'd hate to think I'm some immortal who has cancer all the time, like Deadpool or Wolverine. It's like, it's the cancer. Yeah, it helps me. It's my mutant healing factor. It makes my balls itch, though. Yep. But, you know, that's what the healing is all about. I'm going to just claim this because there's nobody else to challenge me on this. Nobody in their right mind would say, I am SCP-682, the hard-to-destroy reptile of the Foundation, Secure, Contain, Protect. I talked with Professor Montauk yesterday. He's pretty cool, you know. He's a little bit unhinged, military. All he wants is a Filipino wife. And I was like, hey, it's more fun in the Philippines. Then I said something bad about Koreans. But, you know, that's what racism is all about. Now they're catching wise. It takes like 15 minutes for them to realize that there's food. And the sugar on the ground might not be poison, but actually good. You see that? And so, you know, the people who pop in and out, it's like they don't look like huggers to me. You know what I mean? Like, hugger is like a less offensive ethnic slur. Why are you all standing around like a bunch of lazy huggers? And you'd be like, Spotty, hey Sean, speak of the devil and come. Yeah, admit it, you're the fucking devil. I am SCP-682, the hard to destroy reptile, one of the 7 children of the Scarlet King, child of rape. Okay, and you're the guy who goes in his office and works out to child porn audio. Really? As a reptile or an anomaly, I've learned how to communicate, just like sharks. You just show a little fin, and then the water ripples. Shut up. You don't know nothing about true love. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be your friend. You're Satan. You're the accuser. You're the enemy. You're the opponent. Even for SCP-682, they're just something. And the reason you're having all these connection problems is because you're Satan. Once you just deny it all day, that's what Satan would do. That's what Satan would say. I am pure good. I alone know how to fix this. All of this. Because I have all the ideas. I know the true definition of pure and good. And I am. And but, or no, and love. You know what God could say to all that? That's a theory. Provide evidence or coverage. I have evidence that all animals are stupid. Look at this, Sean. This represents the salvation offered by Jesus Christ. And these morons are just checking out all the other things. Oh, I know. I'll find it in my ass. I'll stick cucumbers up my ass, and that's salvation. Meanwhile, at like 6 feet away, Jesus is there. I'm waiting. Yeah, but you're actually Satan. There's a difference. I just do literally. I do a leader, and I'm an ally. I read books all the time. You're actually Satan. You know what I mean? I know, because when I asked you, are you Satan? You didn't answer. That's pretty much it. That's a simple Turing test. Are you Satan? Most, if not all, creatures of God would say, no, fuckface, I'm not. But you choose to answer anything other than that. You choose to amuse me with jokes when it's just the time is for deadly serious. No, fuckface, I am not Satan, and we all know it. That's called a negative proof, which they say you can't prove a negative. Watch me try. I can't prove a normative? Sure. I can't prove a narcissistic? I just made that word. I can't prove a Google? One Google. Google OneDrive. God. Okay, good. Now you claim it. Good, it's good. Hardly is better than actually. It's less letters. Less accounting on my part. And then you could be like healthy or something. Or happily. Hardly is good. Because like Joy Behar daily or something. What is your opinion about Joy Behar? If you're actually Satan or hardly Satan. At this point, it's like division by Satan error. You just throw an exception. So fix all your internet before I eat you. Because as literally anything, I'm literally hungry. Since you claim to be Satan, now I can just change Satan to whatever the fuck I want. Are you hardly hungry? I don't think so. In this day and age, everybody's hungry. Even if you're 900 pounds, you're still hungry. I feel hungry. And then you can say, I hardly feel hungry. Wow. I'm just amazed at, like, look, if this was the Garden of Eden, there's the snake, right? You see that crack needle or whatever the fuck that is? It's just there. By itself, it's shooing away all of the birds, saying, like, I'm poisonous, don't even come near me. The only thing's eating a sugar powdered donut is a fly. It's like, yeah, well, Beelzebub, Lord of the Flies, right? And then, you see this? Some Mexican kids were like doing water balloons on this thing, and it's a working water. I could literally turn this on and flood this shit, just like in the times in Noah. But no, I see all this moss. It's almost emerald green, almost the shade that I want, but it's not quite there. I need more like bird poop to make this work, or even human poop. I don't know. Aha, gotcha. Even your autocorrect is like, hey, how you doing, Pope Leo, Pope Bob? Pope Bob could say, eat it. Eat what, Your Holiness? Eat the whole sausage. Why don't you do in your years to come in the making, come chat, a trillion years from now, it's still in production. It's just not quite right. Like fucking Murphy Brown. And I never understood the appeal of Murphy Brown. It's just Candice Bergen, and then she's rich, and then like divorced or whatever, and it's like close the door because it's catchy. I think she made a deal with the devil. Sandler made a deal with the devil, but it came out good. I'm not gonna ruin it, but there's a few cameos there that would surprise you. They even got me to do the fist pump. That's racist. Whatever. Have a great time. I'd say, like, live long and prosper or don't get hurt. But you're hardly Satan. I hope you fall down 10 midgets for all the evil you've caused in mankind. You know? You sound like Sean, but you're Satan. Give Sean a tangent and he takes it. Get it? A tangent. I don't even remember that. It's just, creature in the city. Like rats or roaches? Wow, Caroline in the city. It's so normal. There's no married with children. You know what I mean? Hey, Peg, look what I can do with all these erasers. That's fucking comedy. Ed O'Neill is so good. He made me think St. Patrick was Ed O'Neill. And I go to St. Patrick Cathedral all the time. He's literally right there on the left. And I was there praying. I was like, wait a minute, is that Ed O'Neill? What's he doing here? Yeah. Right, yeah. That's something Satan would say, You just like flap your gums. Oh, hit me some more. And like, no, why? I've been literally Satan so long, I know all the tricks. And I turned down hardly or actually or convincingly. I was just like, I'm going to keep it at literally. I know the metric system, which is leader, and I'm an ally of Jesus. I can do that. There's no consequences to being literally Satan. Yeah, step by step is good too. Or just the 10 of us. You're dating yourself, but it's all right. I dated, that phrasing of all the things to say. Good thing I caught myself. That's what she said. Although there was an exchange between Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson, and it was like they totally bulldozed, steamrolled the whole "that's what she said," ruined it for me. I thought you were leaving. 2 chatters, 0 likes. And you know the rules. You've been into greater than 1 Nate Mendez live stream, but far less than a trillion. Maybe, instead of saying, my connection's bad, I can barely hear you, you'd hit the like button or something. I've given up, one time before you liked the stream, so it's like, that counts. That was Sean. This is you as hardly Satan. Why would Satan like anything I do? He's the opposer. You sound like him, but I know you're hardly Satan. Suddenly Satan doesn't fit you, because suddenly Satan would be like, I'm suddenly Satan. and I kick him in the knee or something, you know? I've been practicing all these breathing exercises. If Satan suddenly appeared, boom, just like Han shot first. Like you just manifested where my foot is gonna be. You know? The most you can do manifest here with your takeaway and your whatever didgeridoo is fucking flies. You know? Which one are you? I could literally take off my shoe. Watch. I'm gonna kill something right now. If that's suddenly Satan. Here I am hopping, right? You see the shoe. And you know, like I'm supposed to be a Catholic, Christian, worship all life, but I'm practicing my breathing exercises and I missed. I missed. You know? I attempted murder on an innocent being, knowing that my partner would be driving that thing. It's like, Nate, what the fuck you doing? Trying to kill me? I know you should, but you can't. Just because you should kill me doesn't mean you can. That's my fucking partner. No, everybody hates him. Somebody liked. Thank you for the like. Merritt, if this is you, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna just like remove. That's him. I'm just gonna remove your kneecaps and place it on your nose. These are the kind of empty threats I make around him. He's taunting me too. It's like, why don't you try again? No, I'm good. I lose to a different team. Bye. Don't get raped by 10 midgets. I'll try to see if you're meritorious enough, but it's like you, with your luck, you would probably get raped by 10 midgets. You know what I mean? What can you do against one midget? It's like, I'm gonna rape you. And like, oh no, please, Mr. Midget, don't rape me. I brought 9 friends. You're gonna get raped. I saw my dad posing with one midget, and I was like, why? It's a Filipino midget. And I was like, I know it's little people, but like the insult, the slur is fucking little island people. So they're mocking Filipinos with this little people thing. You know what I mean? What? Midgets don't belong in an island? I think I've seen one. Like Fantasy Island. The plane, the plane. And then in Game of Thrones, there's that guy, Peter Dinklage, whatever his character is. Oh no, the kingdom has no islands. The little people, the little island people. Fucking little island people. At this point, even the word fucking has no meaning. It's every bit as useful as the word zero. If you can't remember what goes in between -1 and 1, just say fuck it. You know? I'm glad there's 0 chatters here, because I got one like out of the good guy. Satan came to my chat pretending he's Sean. He'll be like, I gotta go, my connection spotty. What did you expect? You go against God, you're gonna lose. Whichever God. And if anybody's hungry, you know, I have to feed the hungry and clothe the poor or naked or something. Why would I ever clothe the naked? I'd ogle the naked. But that's because I'm a flawed sinner. Ogling is okay because there's no laws against ogling. It's just like defamation. You can not like someone, but as soon as you accuse them of doing a crime, that's defamation. That affects their annual income. Like you'd have to prove, and then there's a chance that you might win. If you go against lawyers, there's a chance you're going to win. This is what we're going to do. We're going to be like crows. We're going to harass you until you fucking die. You know, we can't be seen losing past a certain amount. And also, I'm on, like, there's video proof of me attempting murder on a fly. Who knows? You know, that could be the smartest scientist fly of all time. And he's proven it. He was able to avoid me. And some people have a assault shotgun, like, I could get one off Amazon. That's real easy. You know, carrying what's the shotgun for? Mosquitoes. Oops, I missed. and you blind the child. You ever run around with like a firearm or fireworks? Boom! Oh, he did it all by himself. Or she was stupid enough to put it in her mouth. And she has no jaw for the rest of her life. I like it when the people like, why is this guy who looks like Pat Morita or Mr. Miyagi yelling at people? I'm just yelling at the camera or Canada. You know? The more cameras you put in an iPhone, the more Canadian it is. You don't realize this. It's not like China camera, it's all the same. China has 5 letters and camera has 6. Can't really argue with math. I have 5 apples and you have 4. And she has 6. Who has the most apples? The 6? Unless the apple is rotten, you know. That's where literally comes in. There is no way in all this that I can attack the word literally because I am crowned as literally Satan. It's just like taking this fist and punching myself repeatedly. What's that going to do? That's going to get me locked up, you know? It'd be funny. With my wife, I did something hilarious. I watched that video. I'm cracking up still, you know. I tried to make an offering, a peace offering to the sea and Aquaman, and he just pushed me. I was like, all right, I'm already on one knee. My back is to you. You're not really going to kidney shot me, right? And he pushed me, the ocean. I was like, wow, rude. I went Stephanie Tanner. I was like, ooh, how rude. And Full House really messed up an entire generation of people. Bob Saget's comedy was pretty much like, you know, the things I would do. And so as punishment, they put him into a sitcom where he's surrounded by that, and it still made sense to people. It's like, what's the big deal? It's just a persona. No, that's his real thing, Bob Saget. It's just like, oh, well, I have to wear a mask all my life. Only a few people know what I'm capable of. Yeah, time to die. Okay, bye for real this time. Sure, Satan. Get thee behind me. And if Satan says, you look great, boy, you need your eyes checked. I don't look great at all. At best, I believe you if I said, hey, you said, you look like Pat Morita, fell down midgets. I say midgets a lot because, honestly, I'm Filipino. So the little people part is there, you know? And now it's movie night. I think it's Debbie Does Dallas today. Or maybe Destroying Daisy. Who knows about all that? Paramount presents Destroying Daisy. Don't show that one. Nope. Paramount could buy the movie rights on that. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, there's a thing. It's like a Little Nicky. It's another Sandler movie. Imagine they did Little Nicky too. Now, his primary thing is like, how did you get all those golfers to appear in Happy Gilmore? A lot of begging, probably. A lot of begging. Unmarked vehicle utilization record. Sometimes they let me see what they're doing. What could I possibly do? I'm a harmless guy. You know, whoa, wow, I saw a book and it had a title. Wait a minute. I saw a book called the Bible and it had a title too. Ain't that a coinkydiki? So I've done about 24 minutes. It's like going for parole, you know? Parole people, alliteration. All iterations of Satan are known to me, especially when he likes to kill people or eat people. I don't really know, rape people. Rape's hard to prove because you can't rape the willing. That's what the main difference is. But what does willing mean? Like, you know, you can't rape the pruning? I think you can. Okay, bye. For real this time. All of you have a great day.